Hello Galaxy Commanders and welcome back to this video for Infinite Galaxy. Today I want to make an updated beginner's guide because there are so many new players coming in and the last beginner's guide I made is quite a little bit old. So I want to start helping these players again, not only in Discord but also with at least one video every few days or at least, yeah, every few weeks to get them an easier start. Okay, so let's start directly here. On the left side, you have course. If your server is new, um, not all of these courses are complete and they are time bound. So some of them will open at a certain server age and then you can start doing these things, or for some cases, if you have them already done, then the first who've done them will be mentioned there. But more important, you do get rewards here. As you see, there are also some things that unlock over time, like the Outer Rim Fortress. They open as soon as you have the second course done. Um, Here we do get the inner Starfield stage so that you can enter the inner stage. And this goes on. Then the strongholds, these are the next forts. And last we should have opening the inner Starfield Fortress. So that's 4, before it was 3. And then here we do have the last Starfield to get into the center. Only if these are unlocked and they are time bound, depending on the age of the server, you can start doing these things. Second thing, missions. While you do have the develop missions and they will just come by themselves, you don't really have to do anything actively there, you will just get them by playing your normal game. You do also have the daily missions that you should make sure you do every day. Mainly because of the last chest, it gives you a secret prototype device, and secret prototype devices can give you complete flagships. Not only blueprints, if you are lucky, you get a complete flagship out of these ready to build, and these can even be legendary flagships. So always do these. There are two things very easy to do. Recruit one crew. So just recruit one and manufacturing one piece of gear. So when I do it in the morning, um, you always get a few repairs, usually from doing pirates. If not, you can also keep repairs. Just keep a few tier 1 unrepaired. Then you repair them. Go to your crew. There you just go to a recruit crew and you do a single recruit. Tap to confirm. Yes, they are most often green. This is it's RNG. So I made a video about the drop chances of crew members. You can check it. Go to the outfitting factory. Just leave it at the coil cannon. Manufacture one coil cannon. Directly after, go to the outfitting depot. Go to gear and break it down again. This doesn't cost you anything. You get your materials completely back. And that's it. Very easy, straightforward. For research, at the beginning you want to focus for sure always on military to get the next higher class of cruisers, destroyers and frigates. Especially the tier 2 cruisers because, the tier 2 destroyers because they have the highest load capacity up to the point where you can build tier 8 destroyers. And then there's the art of spaceship dispatch where you get an additional fleet queue. So they come, one is very early, you want to get this as fast as possible, and the second one is then coming here. You can get this with CC15, so still very early in game to be able to get. In the command tree, you want to get the art of command for the additional leadership. This is really very, very useful. The other things you more or less can ignore at the beginning. Um, The second art of comments, then these are the ones I would focus on. If you have a little bit time or you don't have the resources or the research center yet to go to the next, you can also do some of these, but they don't support so much. So um, I would better go into the development tree where you will find research speed up, construction speed up, expand doc, so this single recruit leadership plus 30. This has nothing to do with the leadership to build your fleet. This has to do with the number of warships you can build. But I will show you more about
Research.
this. So this is also very important because it will
Development.
allow you to build more. Expand doc. And as soon as you get into deeper fights, doing the repairs is important. Flagship repair, you can have it, but as you see, even me, I skipped a few and just went to other, in my opinion, more important development
Resources.
researchers. Resources, you need to get them. They are mandatory. If you don't get your resources, your research up, you will not get enough resources in mid-game already. So try to get them up as high as possible. As you see, I'm still doing some of the plasma extraction. This is because the military and some of
Command.
the comments are more important. So at one point you will have a little bit of slack and they will be slower. Let's look at this side of the screen. Defense platforms.
Defense
Defense platforms
platform.
are great if you get attacked. Not only they give you additional weapons, but they also give you buffs. The higher level they are, the higher the buffs are, and you get 3, or if you have researched it, even 4 weapon platforms, which is a lot of additional buff. But it's only working if someone attacks your base. And please watch my videos about resource management. Just make sure that you don't exceed your resource limits. You see the resources up on the top right. If you go to your command
Command
screen
center.
and look at the storage center, it will tell you how many resources are safe. So if you're getting attacked, everything below 1.6 million titanium cannot be stolen from me. As we are already here, what is important to build? So sure, the command center, this is very, very important. It will be the limit for all the other buildings. No building can exceed the level of the command center. Military dock, there's something besides that it increases the warship speed, it adds warship building queues. And these specific levels, they are very, very important because they open up a complete new queue for you to build warships. So level 1, level 5, level 10, level 15, and level 20. If you can get them, push for this. It's really, really important. The flagship dock is defining the maximum level of your flagship. Your flagship can only be twice the level of the flagship dock. So I'm level 24 flagship dock. My flagships can be level 48. Storage center is there to protect your resources. Defense center more or less is mainly required to upgrade the CC. Research center, um, this is your limiter for doing the research, so you will always try to keep this up very high. Exploration center gives you more information when you do scout enemy bases. It's not the most important thing, especially not at the beginning. Repair center, there's a ship repair limit. Um, if you lose or if you have more repairs in leadership than you have ship repair limit, they will get destroyed. It shouldn't be a problem in early game. This will start to get a problem in late game. So don't worry about this yet. When you get to the mid and late game, you should have watched a few more videos and you should understand this very well. Embassy increases the number of people that can help you. This is helpful, especially as they now changed how help works. Everyone who helps you reduces your build time by 1%, can even be more when you do the tech in the alliance. Military headquarter increases the fleet leadership limit. That means you can take more warships in your fleet and is one of the most important things to get a big and strong fleet. Dispatch center, this is only something for a few people in your alliance. You don't need everyone to have this up. The best thing there is that the people who spend a little bit of money are doing this, the people who have the highest CC, because a medium or small dispatch center is not helping at all. You need to keep it at the highest level, and the only way to get dispatch chips later is to buy them for Corium. Outfitting factory is limiting the level of your gear and how high you can upgrade it. So talking about gear, flagship gear can be
Outfitting factory.
manufactured in the outfitting factory.
Outfitting factory.
You should start, my recommendation, when you just start with missile type for green weapons. The reason why missile for green weapons is that kinetic weapons do only do half the damage in campaign compared to missiles. And laser weapons, they do around the same, but they are very, very slow. So you can see on the right side the stats of these weapons. If you go to your
Flagship.
flagship where you can equip them and you click on any equipment, you can see the same stats here. And then if you click this button here, battle stats, it switches to campaign stats, and you can see what stats this weapon or this type of gear has in the campaign. And that's important to note. Campaign and
Outfitting
normal battles
factory.
have different rules to apply. Next to the manufacturing, here you also have upgrades. To upgrade things, you need blueprints. Blueprints are available from blueprint chests and are a little bit rare, so mainly you can get them from events and also from daily chests. And I think also the Lions rewards can give you some chests for these. Always try to upgrade at least one set of gear for your main flagship. That will be the one that you use in the
Flagship.
campaign also. And if we look at the flagships you have at the beginning, there will be the Hercules. You will get the Nemesis very early and the Argo. Now, the Nemesis has no value in later game anymore, therefore I would recommend you not to rank it up. The Argo, you will very likely still use it because of the resource gathering speed boost, but it is not a very good flagship in any other way than gathering resources, so you should not rank it up besides the blueprints you get for free. That leaves you with the Hercules. Early game, this is the best ship you can use till you get a better flagship from blueprints. And nobody knows when this happens. So the Hercules is still a good flagship in mid game and still okay in late game. So if you rank it up, this is not a complete waste of your blueprints, or even if you use Federation credits of these Federation credits. Um, if you want to know more about flagships and campaign, check my videos about this. I made a lot of videos explaining this in detail.
Trade
In the
center.
trade center, you can buy blueprints. Only flagship blueprints of flagships that you already built are available. As said, I would not recommend you to buy blueprints for Argo, not for Jason, not for Nemesis, um, because they won't help you in mid or later game anymore. Good, so the last thing we have, I think, is the shipbuilding.
Shipbuilding.
You will start with only one queue to build. I already told you you have to upgrade the building to get more queues up to 5, so you can build 5 warship batches in parallel. And then you will start with a small number of building. I think you start with 10 frigates. If you increase the recruit leadership value, you can build more at once. Every 3 leadership, you get 1 additional frigate you can build. For destroyers, it's 10, and for cruisers, you need 30 leadership. That's the very quick overview for starting campaign.
Campaign.
Nearly forgot about this. Um, when you start a campaign, you can change your flagship. You should always use the flagship with the highest rank. You can click on the skills, see what they do. There are one main skill, this is the main weapon of the ship. It fires automatically. Second skill usually is an AoE skill, and the third skill is flagship specific skill that is different for each flagship. Skill 4 and 5 are passive skills. They are also specific for each flagship, so check them out based on the flagship you want to use. And when you now click on the weapons or on the defense modules, you will see also only the stats for the campaign. Good. So, as soon as you finished one stage or one chapter, one stage with 3 stars, you will get the rewards, and you will get the rewards every day. You don't have to do these stages again. Doing a stage with 3 stars gives you always the last chest, and as you can see, the first chests, they give you blueprint gears, blueprint chests, so these gear chests I mentioned before, they are very important. You do also get Federation credits to buy more blueprints, and the last one of each stage usually gives you blueprints directly for a flagship till you can build this flagship. So try to push it as far as you can. Try always to do it 3-star. You will get to a limit. Check my video about campaign and flagship to get some tips and tricks how to push even further or what to do if you get stuck. The last thing you have to do is you have to find an alliance. Most of the game stuff needs to be done in alliance, and the better your alliance, the more you will benefit from it, the faster you will grow, and the more fun you will have in the game. Also for this, please check out my videos about fortresses. This is very important. There's also one video about common mistakes or account breaking mistakes. I will link it in the description. If you didn't watch it, I can only recommend you to watch it, that you don't do the same mistakes I did at the beginning. You should be able to learn from my mistakes and don't repeat them. So I hope this gives you a good start into the game. If you have questions, feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description of the video. There are a lot of people, a lot of experienced commanders, always happy to help new players, answering questions and discussing all the different topics and strategies available in the game. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you on the next video.